Fatal 1 recently came out, and you already know I wouldn't miss it. And with this new PC, I'm ready to play highest graphics and stuff. Get into this. So, we're going to start a new game. There's going to be a couple differences right off the bat. To me, just a couple just for the background. Here we are. Now, give me a second. Alright, sorry about that. First of all, we're going to be starting on PC. I was never particularly good at software, believe it or not, and this new update, this new update doesn't make it any easier. So, there are quite a few new things. First of all, Mr. Plus, you can add multiple boundaries, up to 4, each with, like if you have 4, 25% shares, 2, 50% shares, 3, nice solid 33.3% shares each. Now, we're probably not gonna start with all 4. We're probably gonna start with just 2. I feel like that's so, of course. There we go, that's me. Here is Virginia Flowers and Landon Carpenter. Over Kayla Hill. So it's going to be me and Kayla Hill. Though interestingly enough, my eyes disappeared for a second, and it's honestly concerning. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Kayla Hill is going to be our visionary. Now, while it may sound strange, let me explain. Creativity is something very important in this update. I played it a little bit, and I've gotten a little bit of an understanding of it so far. Basically, you want as much creativity in a product as you can possibly get. The more creativity, the better it's going to stand out, and the better it'll sell. In most cases. Though I believe, if you market it enough, I'm sure you'll be able to get through it anyway. Anyway, as a trade-off for her visionary status, her overall skills are lower. She requires a private office, royalties, and she'll be the owner of the IP she creates. Basically, if we create a very successful video game franchise and she retires, we won't be able to actually, create more of those games unless we buy the franchise from her. And depending on how well it does, that can get very expensive. Alright, and then ourselves here, we're going to be putting brains behind the coding and programming and all that fun, design art and all that fun stuff. Of course, she'll be helping, but she's more of a creative genius. Now, since it's going to be me, I'm going to do a little bit, nothing crazy, just kind of like tying up hair and stuff, business. I'll go for an afro. It doesn't look exactly like my hair, but hey, something is better than nothing. I think so. Stubble. The shirt, I'm feeling no. I'm not liking them colors. Black, purple, maybe thinking more of white though. Yep, here we go. Into the pants. No shorts. Not my guy. He would not be caught dead. Especially, of course, I need my glasses. I'm blind fast. And without these, I wouldn't see a thing. Now, one little thing. If I can figure out where it is. Probably under the face. No, because that's for hair, isn't it? Hair isn't black or gray, but it's definitely a lot darker than hair. It's still not what I want. I'm not actually sure where it is. It was here. That's fine. It's just a little sneaky bit of information. I skin is not that light in person. Just a little I'll let you know, just in case you were curious. Anyway, moving on from there. So we have these personality traits. These traits kind of modify the type of person your founder is, or what the character is. For this, like for our main founder, us right here, we're gonna have for Sunshine. What was it? Oh no, we'll go for I have a watch. That's it. That's the trait. It's good. And then we'll go for Silent but Deadly. Yeah, Silent but Deadly. So the first one we chose, which is this Green Sun one right here, aka Sunshine. Sunny weather improves their mood and they don't mind heat much. Basically, I'll do better, in the little sun. Here, I have a watch, and that's the trait. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Here, Silent but Deadly, nobody will take the elevator with me. Now, in the beginning, this won't be much of a big deal. However, as we get later through the game, that might be like a little bit of a problem. But as of right now, it's not that big a deal. By the time we get there, there's a chance he'll already have retired anyway. Now, before I dive into skills and points and stuff, let me mold the personality of Kayla Hill. She's her own person, so I won't modify her too much. This is how she came, this is how she'll stay. But for her personality, I want her to be goofy optimist. I think that fits her better than just being generous optimist. So honestly, I might prefer her to be generous when it comes to that IP ownership stuff. Anyway, for her traits, I believe a similar set would probably work best. Sunshine, of course, I have a watch, and maybe Cold Zone. I think that's a good one right there. And of course, she'll be focusing her visionary creativity on video games in particular. And that's kind of what I play Software Inc. for. Just can't help it. And while this may be my character's name, first and foremost this is the channel name, therefore it's going to be a company name in some way, and we're going to be Knack Productions. I'll be a studio producing, more than just games, but hopefully mainly for our games. Next, I'm going to work on his skills a little bit. We're going to kind of dip down on service and a little on lead, not too much, but definitely a lot less than everything else. And also, we're going to be skipping hardware for him, just like entirely. And then doing that. For leader, I'll go for multitasking, socialization, and automation. And for service, support and marketing. This way gives us like a nice balance, and then for hardware, we probably won't be worried too much about that at the beginning anyway, considering we wouldn't be able to afford to produce our own stuff. However, just in case, we'll have her go into it a little bit, have her more well-rounded, and then we can choose a particular thing for her to specialize in. I think system would be best. For this, I'm thinking that maybe we'll just keep that 50-50, nothing crazy there. For leader, we'll have her go for HR, automation, and socialization, kind of have them make up for each other. Two compatible parts of the whole, and of course, 50-50 here. Alright, so this makes Kayla Hill. She is a system designer and programmer with experience in 2D audio and hardware. She's a 2D and audio artist. She is a HR automation and socialization focused leader, and a support and marketing focused service member. So support, yeah. And this is us right here. and I think that makes us pretty good overall. We don't have to worry about too much. We don't have to worry about our creativity too much. More than likely, these two are going to retire around the same time, if not at the exact same time. And if that is the case, we don't have to worry about buffing his creativity to make up for when she leaves. Of course, that's assuming nothing horrible happens to either before then, but I don't know if anything bad can happen without this. Next, let's pick up our first place. We're gonna start off in Garage Inc. We'll ignore that. But yeah, we're just gonna start off in Garage Inc. I do eventually want to build our own company though, but I'm not particularly good at building in this game since I've always struggled with micro PC. However, now that that has been resolved, I think I will be able to do a much better job of that. So first of all, let's just kind of, how do I turn it? There we go. Let's get our seats. We'll have to actually rent this room right here too. And we'll get ourselves just a garbage little table and a cheap chair. Now, we'll treat Kaylee, I really think I'm saying that name wrong, but we'll treat her nicer, specifically because she's a creative talent, and that is incredibly important. You know, I don't want to lose the creative talent ever. Alright, and then of course we'll give them both calculators. For them all. Calculators. With anything else, I don't know if, she'll need things like food and water and stuff. So I think right off the bat I won't do it. Next, we're gonna actually put a game up for development. Now, I'm thinking for our first game, the best choice would probably be sports. They're simple, they're repeatable, nothing crazy. Of course, we'll have to boost the thing to get some expected interest going. Includes customizable characters, dialogue trees, writing story, of course, post-processing, advanced HUD, and adaptive music. I would like it to be 100%. And if only I had that, I was on that for the last. Maybe mod support, physics, open world. Okay, yeah, we'll go for mod support. And then think of this as our NBA 2K stuff, or NFL, NHL, the sports game. NNAC. Basketball. We'll just go with basketball. Basketball. Oh, geez, 4 years? Shoot. Okay, well, not much that we can really do to avoid that. Well, we do want to just kind of get the game out there. We also do want the game to make money. Now, overall, yeah, that's fine. I don't want to focus too much on this, mainly because I do want this game to really just kind of get out of there. It is rather small. That's why we're going to take some contracts. Now, since there are two of us, we should actually be able to handle a lot more contracts than just one of us. So I'm going to take more than I normally would take and hope for the best. However, should this decision come back to bite me in the end, then why? I was going to say call the police, but I don't think they'd be able to help. So I'm just going to cry myself to sleep for like 3 nights in a row, and then hope for the best there. Alright, let's get this started. Let's not get too crazy on them. Iteration 3, develop. And let's get some more. Alright, they're now all satisfactory in my eyes. So we'll, of course, finish them right then, right there. And look at that, outstanding quality. Outstanding quality. Outstanding quality. Outstanding quality. Okay, perfect. And with that, we've already gained some money, and since a month passed, we should be able to take yet new ones. So we'll take these logistic applications and embedded systems. You know, they're nice. I wouldn't say simple, but you know, they give us money. And honestly, without actually finish the other ones, we might actually be able to finish these this month too. We don't need to make them all 10. They really aren't going to do any particular any faster like this, but I like doing it anyway because then they all work on them each at a time. And I think that's a good way to do it. Also, we're going to stick a decent bit into our bond. Start saving, because that's going to be important later on. That's how I make the majority of my money. I save millions. Oh, okay, they work. Not shocking. No, I have 5 due this month. Okay. Develop, 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 and develop. Okay, we should be good. And that means we'll get a bunch more money too. That's good enough for me. Promote, yes, finish. What did I get? Outstanding quality. Outstanding quality. Outstanding quality. Jeez, we are crushing the competition out here. Outstanding quality yet again. You'll never need anyone else ever again. We always got you with our outstanding quality. And then of course another. We'll put 40 in this time. Now, one thing to keep in mind is how much our bills are, because if we can actually, get more from our bills. Ooh, rent is a little bit pricier than I anticipated. Well, for the rest of this month, we'll just work on that, because we do need to work on the game eventually. And that way, when it comes out, it isn't, 30 years instead of 4. It could definitely happen. And I've definitely done it to myself before. Let's try to avoid it happening this time. Now, we shouldn't have to work on it too much. We should be able to give ourselves plenty of time working on it. And I'm glad to see that both our founders are just machines incapable of human emotions and feelings. For example, the desire to go to the bathroom. Oh, I entirely forgot to assign their furniture. Procedurals. Still on a roll, but I do want to make sure I keep that furniture of room. So the first time in a while I've actually forgot to do that. Kind of feel a little silly. But we're actually making quite decent progress. How I like to do my playthroughs is I like to make sure that these projects of mine are the best they possibly can be. All 4 iterations, I make sure I don't actually push it past 100% until I can guarantee that it's a 10 out of 10 after a bunch of reviews. So it's definitely going to take a while. If I were to really just kind of push it out, I could probably push it into the core development phase now, the betas, But I like to take my time with these and really make sure they come out well. So we're gonna take our time. We're gonna do this slow. As they say, slow and steady wins the race, and I am slow. I don't know about steady, but slow, I most certainly am. Also, can we talk about that water really quick? Sheesh. This game looks so nice and runs so well, despite it being on Ultra. I kind of love it. Alright, we'll have to take another contract so we don't fall into bankruptcy. But we are making great progress, and I do think we'll be able to make it till the end of the year before I really have to worry about taking any more contracts. So I think we'll do that first. I want to at least try and get this out of the iteration phases first, and then focus on profits, I guess. But I don't know, do we really need money? Sure, we're renting out this garage, but like I feel like this guy could let us stay in his garage for free. Sure, we rented out 2 rooms, but because she wants her own room, and there's nothing I can do. Nothing I can do. Alright, okay, I thought we'd be able to, finish it by, this month, but we will not be able to. But we should actually be able to continue going until, we're closer until it's done. So I think we'll just kind of keep it going. We won't really kind of like take any contracts for a while. That is why, I saved all that money, just in case. Just in case like we're like a month away. But I really have to take a contract because if I don't, I'll go bankrupt. So I can just use some of the money to save real quick. So I would prefer to not use that. But I'd rather just take a contract. I'll just sign the contract. Boom. Done. Alright, so we are still making great progress on this little thing. I can't remember what it's called. It's already been in development for like quite a few months now, hasn't it? In January, so it's already been over a year. But like we really didn't start, it's actually been like just about a year since we actually started, putting the actual work into it. Previously we just had it like sitting on the shelf as we did Kaka. But now we're actually putting in the work and stuff, and that's done good. Honestly, like we will probably be able to, hold out, but I'm not sure how much longer it's going to take. It looks like it should only take like 1 or 2 more months. Hopefully 1, possibly 2. You never know. But even if it doesn't take that, like if it takes longer, that's fine. We should be able to make it until like 5,000 at the very least. 5,000 tonight. When we start making contracts again. Guaranteed. Darn it. Computer getting slow. Need to take a look when they call things. We are getting a little dirty. I know she has her old goals, but like, come on, lady. We're gonna be running a company. Look at we are running a company. We need money. Let's develop. Of course, we need to market it. And I just like to get a text thing going in the background. Like I'll make it top priority, but I won't actually focus on it anytime soon. But now that we've gotten it out of thing and into alpha, I think it's about time to start taking more contracts again. It's been a while and we definitely need money. So we'll take 3 this time, just 3. Nothing crazy, but enough in which we should be able to make a decent amount of profit. And since they give us a little first, it's even better. Alright, let's go. Complete those bad boys. Bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Oh no. Oh no. That's too good. Oh, I gotta hurry up. I don't wanna do subpar stuff. Like, come on, dude. Okay, that's gonna be good even for me. If it isn't good enough for the customer is a coward. Right, and what do we got? Think about it, they were all outstanding. Yep, all 3 were outstanding. Excellent. Alright, let's go back to work on basketball. So it looks really weird with the capital ball, like B for the ball, but like I ain't changing it. That's our unique charm, We need something to draw people in, okay? Something, anything. And that's the thing. Anyway, let me talk a little bit more on and go back to work on basketball. That's right, guys, we are inventing basketball. Alright. Okay. I think once we reach January, I'm gonna stop it there. we're obviously not going to finish that this episode. And I think next episode would be a good chance for us to expand a little bit, maybe save up for a new, like location. Of course, we'll have to take a full contract, maybe get a new employee or two, expand the actual condition, hire a cleaner, prepare for like more widespread stuff, because obviously we can't be doing these low-tech operations, 2 people forever. We're not crazy, I hope. But yeah, we have made decent progress. Said it was going to take like 4 years, and honestly, that's probably true. Within 2 years, we were actually able to get it into phase alpha. Of course, our marketing report is almost done. And overall, I think we made great progress. Who knows what's going to happen next episode? I don't. You might, depending on when you're watching this. If you don't, then it's because the next video isn't out. There's one way to know for sure what will happen. Subscribing. That's right. You made it all the way through this video, 26 minutes, only for me to tell you to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that like button too. That's how I know you like the video. That's how I'll make more. And then of course, this is the most important part. Leave a comment down below. Do you want to be a character? Congratulations, you can replace an employee. It's not like their actual name truly mattered, because I won't really remember it. If I were a crazy person, I would simply name each employee number 1, employee number 2, and so forth, so on and so forth. So, or if you want me to make a particular type of product, leave a comment down below. Let me know. You may be the audience, but you have control here. You just gotta make your opinion and voice heard. So yeah. Hope you have a good night, a good day, or a good life. Peace.